Well, hello and welcome again to the Pastor Study. I'm Ray Bertolet. We're continuing our journey in Proverbs chapter 9. We're at verse 7. And Solomon is here saying, when you go out and try to reprove a scoffer, when you try to bring correction to an individual that will not listen, he says it comes back on, it brings dishonor to himself. It just brings insult when a wicked individual will not listen. So he cautions us that we are not to be involved in trying to reprove those that won't pay attention, those that have no desire of being reproved. It doesn't do us any good. In fact, he says, if try to reproving him, he'll hate you. He said, but if you reprove a wise individual, he will love you. And part of that is you will find out the first time you try to bring some correction, try to bring some instruction. How does that individual respond to that correction? How do you and I respond when we are corrected? We should be responding with love, with appreciation. When we get instruction, we will become wiser, and it is a good sign for us. When you teach a righteous man, it says he will increase in learning. What a joy it is to be involved in working with somebody who wants to learn, who thrives to learn, who desires to be taught. He tells us that beginning understanding, that fear of the Lord, a right reverence of who the Lord is, it is that beginning of wisdom. Things begin to fall in place when they look at who God is, and we have that right respect for God and for God's word and for the truth of God's word. It is a benefit to us. He says, that wisdom, that understanding, it comes along and it multiplies our life. It adds years to our life. He says, but if you are wise for yourself. If you scoff, you alone will bear it. Think about that. When you're wise, there's many that benefit. But if you scoff, you're all by yourself. So think about that. How do you respond when somebody desires to bring you instruction, bring you correction? Do you rejoice? Or are you just wave them away? I hope that you take it in and learn. Until next time in the Pastor's Study, I'm Ray Bertolet saying goodbye and may God bless.